It's like a little part of my soul has been poured out onto each and every one of them. I was in a really not a good place in my life, going through a really traumatic divorce and custody battle, trying to figure out what my identity was. And I stumbled across someone working on a gravestone in Jamestown, and I was so taken with the process that I knew I wanted to find a way to get involved. It very much is a form of therapy for me. I was so afraid of everything and everyone around me that I found a lot of peace just being in the cemetery itself. The act of cleaning something, just, scrubbing it with a brush and rinsing it off, it really doesn't require a lot of thought or effort. It's a very simple act. It was my great-great-grandmother's sister, the first stone that I cleaned. And for a long time, she was lost. My grandfather was looking for her grave. And when I found her stone, I was like, well, she's going to be the first one I clean. You need to have permission from typically the family or whoever is in charge of the cemetery itself. Well, the scrubbing process itself varies depending on what the stone is made of. If it's made of granite, it can withstand a little bit more of a vigorous scrubbing, but marbles and limestones and sandstones and things like that, you have to be really gentle. The average turnaround time is about 6 months. Some of them take much longer. A lot of the states have library websites that also offer a lot of digitized resources, but I just start by building their tree, and I start with one person and try to figure out their parents, their spouse, their children. I go through the newspapers. Newspapers is where you get a lot of the really interesting stories. Realizing how many interesting stories are forgotten and not told, it's important, but the ones that don't necessarily have a story, they're just as important too.